As you would expect with the journey and how we see labelled here clearly, the first point with building new websites is research. So let's jump into the research. What you'll see when you first jump into research is the option to choose a project. This is existing project we created. So here we can see 19 hours ago I created a fitness project, and 3 days ago, 4 days ago, and various different dates. Now I'm going to create a brand new project for the purpose of this this help video. And just before I do that, I just want to point out this little help icon here, which is very useful for if you get stuck, if you're not sure about a particular area. Just clicking the help icon will load up the screen we see here, which will load a video which we're recording right now, which is why you didn't see it there. But we'll record the video, so you get the information exactly for the page you're on and what the process is required to get going. So, as we're going to cover later on in some of the modules about how to get inspiration and what should we be looking for when we're creating a niche. So we always look for inspiration around us. What is useful, what are people buying, what do people spend their money on. So for example, in my present situation, my partner is expecting our first baby. So right now we're looking at pushchairs and prams and all the kind of plethora of baby accessories. And it's absolutely vast. So as a project name, I'm just going to put in baby, and let's see where that takes us. So here we can see, first of all, we get the notification that the project's been created. So any notifications happen in the top right hand of the screen, they just pop up and fade away. Now here we are. First of all, we're in the ideas tab. So what's happened so far is we've put in a keyword of baby. We can change that now. We could put in, for example, change that to baby clothes, and then search again for ideas. But I'm just going to keep it simple to start with and keep the keyword baby. Now here we see within our ideas we have a lot of different keywords related to baby. So what we've done here is gone away using our seed keyword of baby and gone out to find more ideas around that. So as you can see, the bigger the keyword, the more relevant and the more it appears online. So when we look for baby, all of these other keywords are kind of around that topic, and so therefore potential to look for niche keywords further in the process. But first of all, what we want to do is build up our shortlist, as we see here on the right hand side, of keywords from our seed keyword, in this case baby. So I'm going to look through these. Here we can see baby bedding is quite prominent, so I'm going to add that to the list. So basically clicking on the keyword here, we can see it appears in our shortlist. And I'm going to go through here and find some good keywords. So here we can see baby buggy, baby car seats, baby carriage, baby cribs, baby crib bedding, baby clothes, baby clothing, baby strollers, nursery furniture. What else do we have here? Now also what I'm doing is, while I'm looking at these, I'm also thinking, for example, here we see the keyword baby boomer. Now obviously we know that baby boomer is actually, even though it's a baby keyword, it's not necessarily related to babies as such, but more a generational phrase. So I'm not going to choose that because that's probably going to be more difficult to monetize as well later down the track. But we will come to that, and that is all covered. We will see in the research and the insights. But I'm just kind of fast tracking that because I know just purely from a kind of sensibility check that baby boomer is not really in the same path for what we're looking for here. So I can scroll further down and look for any other keywords that may be useful for us to continue our research. Maybe baby nursery. So now we can see I've got a nice short list of keywords. Now what I'm going to do is flip over to the niche tab, as we see here, and I'm just going to work through my shortlist, clicking each individual one. And what we see here is our niche data. So we see the keyword first of all, the competition, so how many sites out there are kind of referencing that. So for example, let's look at this fourth one down here, what to pack for hospital when having a baby. Now you can see that that's a very specific keyword phrase, let's say, and so we can see that the competition is virtually nil for that, but yet there's a lot of people searching for that. So what we can see as a result of that, that it gets a high rating, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for low competition but high traffic. Now these 4 columns of data we cover in further detail in our module, in modules 3 and 4. But just to briefly kind of go over these, we have LMS, which is last month searches. So how many people searched for that keyword last month? So we can see 6,600 people searched for baby bids last month. Now what we see is average searches, so over the last 12 months, how many people searched for that. Now we provide the last month and the last kind of average over the last 12 months, just so we can see whether the trend is going up or down. So for example, if it was last month only 2, but overall over the last 12 months it was 2,000, then that would be still something that we could look at. Now the SERPs, what does SERPs mean? Now obviously we're covering this in our module, but that's search engine result pages. So when we search for this keyword in our search engines such as Google, how many pages are returned? So the higher this number, that means the more pages we've got to beat to get it into the top 10. So this is an important number, as is the number of searches. If the number of searches is less than 2,000, then it's really probably not going to be worth our time and effort, because it's not going to be enough people searching for that keyword to make it a profitable return. And finally we have the KEI, which is a keyword effective index. So how effective is that keyword? Now that's a lot of data there and a lot of numbers. So what we've done is we've extrapolated all of those numbers to a star rating. Obviously 5 being awesome and a 1 star being poor. So the higher the stars, the number of stars, the better it is for us. So really what we're looking for is the 5, 4 and possibly 3 stars, depending on kind of how much competition there is around there. So right now the 4 stars are looking pretty good to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click baby bids here in the keyword list, and what we'll see is it's added to our shortlist. And now instead of from ideas where we just had the keyword, now we're on niche. We actually get a little tick box next to that, which I can tick, and I'll come back to that in a minute, why that's important. But let's go back to our niche list. First of all, I've obviously just added baby bids. The second keyword here, baby due date calculator. Now whilst that is a 4 star, I'm just thinking the intent of a user. If someone's searching for baby due date calculator, they don't really have the intent of buying something. They're more likely just looking for a calculator to work out when the baby's due. Whereas somebody searching for baby bibs, should I say, then they're likely that they're looking for baby bibs to buy them for their baby. So the intent is high with baby bibs, but the intent in terms of a shopping perspective is low with date capacity. So I'm not going to choose a date calculator. However, the next one, which is also still a 4 star, baby prams, again, someone searching for baby prams is a high intent, so I'm going to add that one to our shortlist. Once I've found all the keywords for my first idea, I can then simply click the second keyword, in this case baby bedding, and what we'll see here is a lot of these keywords come up for our second shortlisted keywords. So here we have some more 4 stars, custom baby bedding, designer baby bedding, modern baby bedding, organic baby bedding. So I'm going to choose all of those, and really I'm not looking at all the data here, although you may choose to kind of get into that later on. All I'm simply making the decisions on is the star rating. So okay, I think that's all for baby bedding. So what I'm going to do now is remove that from my shortlist. Simply clicking the X removes that from the shortlist, so we can move on and we know what we've done and what we haven't done. So the next one on my list is baby buggy. So again, clicking the keyword in our shortlist will then bring up our niche shortlist with our niche data. So baby buggy, 4 star, great, and rubber baby buggy bumpers. Okay, we'll add that to the list and we'll see about that. I'm not completely convinced about the intent, but it has got a lot of, it doesn't have much competition at all, so it could be a good one to rank for quite easily. So that's baby buggy done. Let's remove that and move on to baby car seats. Yeah, okay, now this could be a good keyword. It's got a lot of traffic, a lot of people searching for it, but look at the competition, 3.2 million. So that's why it's a low star rating. It potentially could, from a traffic perspective, be good, but there's going to be a lot of effort to rank well for that, which is why we give it a low star rating. So let's remove baby car seat and go have a look at baby carriage. Baby carriage, that looks good. Yep, let's add that to the list. Remove that. Now let's go to baby cribs. Baby cribs, let's try that. Add it to the list. Now remove baby crib bedding. Another 4-star, great, we're doing well so far. Now as you can see, we're working through our shortlist here and we're removing the ideas as we go through, but we build up a nice big long list of potential niche keywords, and that's really what the aim of what we're doing right now with our keyword research is to get a long list of niche keywords that we can go through and find 1 or 2 that we can start building websites on. So baby clothes, let's try that one. Wow, 5-star, we haven't seen that there before. So that's kind of, in terms of potential, that's as good as it can get, obviously. So let's add that to our list. And also, let's add a few of these 4 stars as well. Okay, now baby clothing. See, similar keywords, but can be completely different results because baby clothing and baby clothes are obviously 2 very distinctly separate keywords. So it's always useful to try different variations of a keyword. We can add that one, remove that. Whilst I mentioned different variations of a keyword, here we can see I've tried baby strollers plural. But what we can do within this search box here, we can change the keywords. So for example, baby stroller, it doesn't have to be something from our ideas list. We can type in here. So I've just dropped off the pluralization and let's just search again for that niche. And here we can see just the non-pluralization. So baby stroller, for example, is a 4-star. So when we see pluralization, don't think that that's just, you know, the kind of the singular is also being taken into account. Sometimes it's worthwhile looking at that. So I'm going to choose baby stroller and also this upper baby stroller as well and add those to the list. Yeah, no 3-star. I've already found enough not to bother with 3 stars. If we weren't finding anything else, everything else was 1s and 2s, then obviously a 3 we would look at it. But as we found 4s and 5s, then not really worth it. And yet the same with baby nursery. So now we've got a great list of keywords here to select. I'm just going to quickly go through, select all of those, and now I'm going to generate my insights.